You're given the option to drop what you have and return to the 31st of December 2011 as yourself at that age, but with the extra 8 years of experience. Do you take it? Why or why not? In a fucking heartbeat. My entire life crashed because of one decision I made in 2012. I don't care about the money, I just want the chance to fix myself and be okay. What was that decision, if you don't mind me asking? I should have called a doctor instead of being scared, but I was 22 and shit was scary. Don't let your mental illnesses fester, kids. Literally turned 22 the other day and haven't been to the doctor for years despite certain issues. I think it might be time. I turned 21 in 2011. You're saying I could redo my 20s, with a 29-year-old brain and experiences? Hell yes I would. I wasted a lot of energy, time, money, my youth being too stupid to move forward. Yeah, I'm 28 and fuck yes I would love another shot at my 20s. Just curious, why would you want to redo your 20s? I'm currently 22 and don't know what the F to do. You just answered your own question. You have to live your 20s to understand the answer. Currently living it, I think deep down I know I'm making mistakes, but I don't know how to move forward in the most positive way, and so it's easier to stay in the position, in many aspects, that I am in right now. Here are some clues: put your energy in your education, or if you're working, into doing a good job and try to work your way up for a couple of years. Don't waste time on friends that does not make you feel valued by them. People that are kind to you and care about you, give back to them. When it comes to love, you should not have to chase and do all the work yourself. The other person should equally put in effort to keep you in their life. And it does not matter how bad it hurts to break up, or if you think you will never love someone as much again, you will. Even if you don't believe it or can picture it. That was 6 months before I got seriously injured for the first time. I think I'd take it. What was the injury, if I may ask? Asked for help from someone to lift and tilt a 150 pounds bowl of dough onto a table when working a pizza place. Just about had it onto the table when the other guy lets go and it drags me down, full force into the ground. Pulled a muscle in my upper back and herniated a disc. Took about 7 years to start to feel any better from that, was able to work starting about 3 to 4 years after the original injury, albeit with serious pain flare-ups. Had bilateral tingling/stinging sensation down both of my arms, and a feeling that could only be described as a flathead screwdriver being driven between my shoulder blades. I am so glad I'm doing better from that now. Though now I have a different herniated disc and have been diagnosed with stenosis, the compounding of which severely limits my mobility. So nothing is perfect, but I've already been through 1 round of chronic pain. What's round 2? At least this feels a little more passively forgiving. The screwdriver pain was enough to induce suicidal idealization. If I could get those 10 years back, I'd treat my body a lot better. I'm so sorry you have had to go through this and still are. How did the other guy react? Why the hell did he let it go early? The other guy asked if I was okay, which I obviously wasn't. Any reasonable person would have called an ambulance, but since the guy I had asked for help was the general manager working for a crook, research John Sankey, Madison Bay Rutherford. For more on that, he knew better than to implicate my injury with a medical paper trail. As for why he did this, some things we will never have the answer to. I assume it was an accident. As I said, the employer was a crook who never gave me a cent of compensation. I don't like to think how badly I was wronged. I was young and naive. I'm just happy to be alive and away from that whole situation. I'm really lucky, as someone of less fortunate means in life would have been utterly and completely financially destroyed by what I have gone through. Oh yeah. My mom passed away in 2013. Dad died in 2018. I could get him to go get checked. I feel you. No. I would have 8 years of memories with my husband that he wouldn't have. Plus I'd have to live through him losing his dad again, and that was brutal. But if we could both go back, then yes, absolutely. Yeah, same. I'd do it in a heartbeat if my wife could come too. No way would I do it without her. Imagine finding someone as devoted to their partner as much as you motherfuckers are. 11th grade? Fucking absolutely, with the confidence and personal peace I have now? Oh my lord. I found my old phones from high school a few months ago while visiting my mother, and it was pretty bittersweet looking through the old texts and photos. I was such an angry kid, I thought everyone hated me, and I missed every signal any girl would put out. Hindsight would have been such a great fucking cushion to hold on to. Breathe, drink a little water, rice instead of fries, and look them in the eyes, and I would have completely skirted past the mental health issues. Great question by the way op. It's something I think about often. It's been 3 hours into 2020 and of the great things I'll hopefully hear, rice instead of fries and look them in the eyes is already looking tough to beat. Bravo. Yeah, no deal. I'd take poor these assholes over which different ones any day. Yes, because I would be able to have a fresh start. You can haste a fresh start right now, forget the past. Yes. With everything I know now, I could easily go back and be a millionaire. Man, I could too, but what if I'm the Bitcoin investment comment? Many years back they increased the number of earned income tax credits from 2 to 3, so we got a nice tax return of over $7,000. At the time, I had recently read in the news that Bitcoin was increasing in value. It was over $3 at the time, which was quite an increase. I joked to my wife that we should take the whole return and put Bitcoin with it. I wasn't serious, I expected it to go back to being worth a few cents before long. If I hadn't sold them at their peak value, I'd be worth almost 50 million. I'm not allowed to tell my wife this anymore. This is the game day traders play every day. Most risks you could take on any given day will leave you with next to nothing left. It's hindsight that tells us what the winners were. Not just Bitcoin but you have AMD in November 2012 when it was at a 1.95, currently at $45. Netflix, which is going to be trading around $20 but be worth $384 a share within 8 years, and Domino's, which will go from $25 to $300. 2011 me had money on hand to drop 2-3 thousands per stock and collect those nice returns. Heck, even basic stocks like Costco are going to see 5x returns in those 10 years. That's on top of the Bitcoin and remembering lotto numbers. Yes, those were the skinny years I wasted thinking I was fat. Seriously. If I had my looks from back then combined with the confidence I have now, I'd be unstoppable. Fuck me, this is the most depressingly accurate thing I've read in a long time. Yes. My nana was run over and killed last month when she was walking home from the store in a hit and run. I would do anything to turn back time to see her again or try to prevent what happened. Absolutely. I'd never give the poor excuse of a boyfriend I had a chance that year. I'd save more money, use it wisely, and I'd be a hell of a lot more confident, mostly because I'd keep the extra 8 years experience. Yes, because Bitcoin. Stop myself from making certain stupid financial decisions that cost thousands and gave my phone number to scam agencies from whom I still get calls on occasion, in 2012. Take my 20s more seriously in general. Bet on the Cubs winning in 2016, even though I don't really need the money from that because Bitcoin. I would tell my dad to get regular scans so that they catch his cancer before it's too late. I miss you, Dad. Definitely. 10 years ago I was grumpily dragging my feet up the stairs when my mom woke me up in the middle of the night. Duh, there's like a million ways anyone could abuse this: lottery tickets, buying stocks, predicting everyone's next. Yes and no. Yes, because it would give me an opportunity to change my life. No, because I would no longer have my kids. My kids are teenagers now, so I'd get to have another 8 years of them being little kids, and I'd have the chance to be a better parent to them. They're doing fine, really, but having an extra 8 years of parenting under my belt would probably help me do a little better. Also, I'd have my dog back. He passed away last summer and I'd love to have a few more years with that colossal dumbass. Also, purchasing lots of Bitcoin. Oh hell no. These were my worst years and I'm way past that. Now I'm good and I'm gonna stay this way as much as I can. Yeah, but think of the Bitcoin. No, I don't think I would. I'm very happy with my life at the moment, like, really happy, and if I went back then, I'm afraid I'd mess something up, causing my life to change. No, I can't go back further than 6 years. My son is 6 years old and I can't risk him never being born. No, it's just too much effort. The most relatable answer there is: I was too far away from death back then.